All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Argonauts Awoken. I am Mr. DMD, your DM here to lead you and our young recruits through our highly modified version of the 5th edition rule set for Dungeons and Dragons. Tonight, our recruits will be again visited by Lucius in our first hour and a surprise new guest that we'll introduce in our second hour. But before we begin, like we have done every week for the last 2 weeks, that is, we're going to start to see who is going to do our recap this week. So I believe at this point, last week's was done by Stevie, if I'm not mistaken. So Stevie, you do not have to make this roll, but everyone else, please give me a roll on your D20 and I will call out your names. You're going to have, then you'll give me your numbers. All right. Remember, highest number wins the opportunity to get a inspiration, which is an inspiration that can carry over. It is the only inspiration that can carry over. So let's start with Elia alphabetically here. You would be first. What did you get?
I got 12.
So the number to beat is 12 at this point. Zamora, where are you at?
I got 7.
So Zamora is definitely not sharing at this point. Luna, where are you at?
Got a 2.
A 2. Luna is safe also. Moon, where do you stand?
16.
16. So 16 is the number to beat. I like the Elias celebration there. Luke, where are you at?
I got 12 as well.
So it looks like it's Moon. If you could for us, do your best attempt to try and share what happened last week with our audience.
Okay, so we started to spread rumors around campus. I didn't do so well, so don't ask me too much about it. But I'm sure my colleagues did better than I did. We started rumors that... we started rumors, and then we started our Saturday training, which I really was not into. It's really not my thing. I found out you can't use magic. That was very irritating. Towards the end, he kind of like opened up and was like, sure, maybe, but it's really not my thing and it's not fun. But yeah, we basically just spread rumors like little gossip people. And then, and then we did combat for our Saturday training.
Wonderful. Yes. And go ahead, and I'm going to be kind. You get your inspiration to sit on as you like. I will remind you, you are, I would just wrap up a little of that. We're going to lead right back in. When we left, we were actually in the beginning of our second round of our scrimmage. I can't speak. Scrimmage. There we go. Between team 1 and team 2. Who remembers which team they were on? Hopefully all of you, because you don't want to accidentally attack someone who's on the opposite team. I'm going to go ahead and paint a picture for you too. So as we dive back into this week, you all take a breath as the adrenaline of battle rushes through you. And look around the arena. In the center of the arena stands Zamora, shining in her armor, bulwarked behind her shield, towering over the gnomish form of Moon, who is just struck with her dagger, using her tiny size to her advantage to take out Lucius, who glows red on one knee, having fallen to Zamora's right. Behind Moon stands Luna, preparing her next action. A little behind that and to the left of Luna stands Luke with Stevie behind him. That prepares our one team, which is Stevie, Luke, Moon, and Zamora. Moon and Luna. And then about 20 feet away from Luke, with Luke's axe at his feet, kneels Elia, who had fallen, but thanks to the healing skills of Iris, is now back in the battle. Iris's hand still lays on Elia's shoulder, having just healed him. As you take all of this in, you hear Rad shout out, Team 2, press your advantage. Do not let up. Now, we're going to dive right back in to this arena combat. Again, very, very quick reminder. Thanks, Stevie, in our chat for helping us out. For our audience, our teams are Stevie, Luke, Moon, and Elia versus Zamora, Iris, Lucius, and wait, I misspoke. Try that again. Stevie, Luke, Moon, Luna versus Zamora, Iris, Lucius, and Elia. I misspoke there. So at this point, we're back at the top of the order. That's how that works. Lucius is the first in our order with his 21. However, because, oh dear, I clicked a button and did something weird. Because of the fact that Lucius has 0 HP in accordance of our, or health in accordance of our rules, he is not going to get to do anything right now. And thus we are going to move. Oh dear, I just messed something up. We're going to move to, what is going on? My numbers are all wacky. There we go. Fix it. Thank God. Okay. So we're going to move to Zamora, who's next in the order. Zamora, you stand toe-to-toe with the significantly smaller target of Moon in front of you. What are you going to do?
I take the rapier that's in my hand and I try to like attack her with it.
Go ahead. Roll your attack.
That's a D20, right?
Yes, that is going to roll your D20, and then you're going to add your attack bonus.
19.
19 is going to hit Moon's 15 AC, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Three.
All right. So Moon is going to take that 3 damage, which I believe is going to take you down to 1, if I am not mistaken. Moon, what does it look like when Zamora comes at you with this rapier? Why does she hit you?
You know, it's very unpleasant because I'm very small. So I'm kind of done. I don't know if you noticed, but the whole team has kind of gone after me because they think I'm the weakest link. So, yeah, that hit, right?
Yeah, that definitely
hit.
hit.
I definitely get hit. I'm very irritated by it, and I don't really react because at this point.
Yeah. So this stab goes right. I think what happened is you were kind of still finishing off the attack that set Lucius down, and she just takes advantage of the fact that you're like wide open and gets that stab in. Let us go to Stevie. What are you doing this turn?
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on Iris because I'm tired of that team having a healer.
Wonderful. Remind me, Toll the Dead, is that a save or an attack?
That is a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. All right. Let me pull up Iris's.
Is Iris injured at all currently?
Iris is not injured currently at all. And we're going to go ahead and see if Iris saves. Iris is going to have a total of a 7.
That does not save.
Not going to save against your DC. So roll your damage.
2.
You said 2. So, what does it look like when you cast your spell?
It's similar to how it's looked other times I've cast it. I use the stylus from my tablet and ring it like a bell.
God, my fire alarm is now going off. I have to evacuate my building. I am sorry. I have to go.
Just entertain everyone until you're back.
All right.
Anyways.
All right. Yeah.
Evacuating.
You guys want to do a little Q&A session?
Oh my gosh.
Q&A?
Impromptu
We
Q&A.
do a Q&A.
Let me open up
There's only 11 of you, but please Q&A.
I haven't wait.
I have the chat pulled up. If
I do too.
What up too?
The second week in a row,
wants to ask
my
anything.
fire alarm has gone off. Remember, mine went off in the middle of stream last week. That was fun.
Yeah. Have the chat open if you guys want to ask us questions.
And yes, to what Caitlin just asked, everything is fine.
You're completely fine.
Mr. DMD streams from our school, so sometimes that just happens.
Yeah.
So how's everyone? Everyone? Yeah, good.
Yeah. Ooh.
What's it like being in the future? Because aren't they technically in 2020 and we're in
we're in 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
We've gotten a request from our stage manager to talk about our mamas.
No.
Do that.
Love you, Mom.
Mom.
My mom.
You too, Mom. We all have one mom.
Yes.
What, my mom just texted me. No.
Who wants to play rock, paper, scissors?
I'll play with you tomorrow. Okay, ready?
Ready? On shoot.
Yeah. Okay. Rock.
Okay. Rock, paper, wait. Whoa. this is okay.
Oh, so on.
Rock, paper, scissors. Why are you going so slow, dude? I did rock anyway. I won.
When our views go up to 15 people while Mr. DMD is gone and we're just messing around.
Describe 2020 in one word.
What is that?
Bad.
Can't swear on stream.
Help.
What did they say?
Just kidding.
How's everyone?
What Charlie just asked in the chat, I'm doing good. Charlie asked how everyone's doing.
I'm exhausted.
I'm chilling. Ooh.
Okay, but why is there a fire alarm at 5 p.m.?
Is it? They just do
Wait, is this like the second time? Didn't the fire alarm go off one time during rehearsal?
Yeah.
This happens like every show.
And it does.
It happened during Shrew too, during teasers.
Luna, we should not give away specific.
Oh, yeah, never mind. It happened during a show.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Do y'all want to see my dice? I feel like I roll my die, but no one ever
Let's show off our dice.
I was thinking that too.
On TikTok.
Ooh, follow our TikTok if you want to see them. Ooh.
Oh, you can't really see mine.
I actually have 2 sets.
Yeah.
I think we all have at least 2 sets.
Yeah, I have another set, but I don't know where it is.
Wow, Lucius, yours are so fancy. What the heck?
Here, per Lucius.
I don't.
I use the silver and purple ones that Mr. DMD gifted to me.
Here's my
I used
way Funko Pop.
I used these on our first couple streams. Stevie gave them to me, and then now I use these. Mr. DMD gave them to us. Really exciting.
Yeah,
I
we're
have hot
spoiled.
sauce on my desk.
We got dice from Mr. DMD. You wish you were us.
Hey, if you guys are sitting here tired of listening to us and want to listen to us on other platforms, you can go follow our Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Argonauts Awoken.
Yeah, if you're a super fan, I don't know.
We got asked, can we do dice roll on TikTok? We have a TikTok up right now of us showing off our dice, if that's what you mean.
Do they mean like the dance dice roll?
Yeah,
or
like,
the
end of like daily dice roll
I
walk.
could do a dice roll.
I'm down.
That's smart.
I mean, not to like toot my own horn, but I could do a dice roll pretty well, guys. Like, woo-hoo. Sorry. I just want
I have Jake and Finn from Adventure Time.
Oh,
I have a pretty cool desk, guys.
Otherwise, I would show it off.
I have Vaseline.
Ooh, I have gay rights. The flag is broken. It's not straight, just like me.
I have a Christmas tree.
Ooh,
16 viewers. Ooh.
Oh
my
We're
god,
the worst entertainers.
We're so popular.
Yeah, I've received a text from Mr. DMD telling us to do a Q&A.
We're doing a Q&A.
We're trying.
One step ahead.
If we were on Twitch right now, could you imagine if someone sent a raid like right now?
Happy Christmas.
Worst
You know
time.
what? I feel like streaming on Twitch would have been so fun.
But
We should
Like, I
have
know
streamed
it's
on
not
Twitch.
probably not the best for school, but like,
I don't like Twitch. I'm sorry.
I have water.
you don't? Oh,
No.
Guys,
Oh.
ask us questions.
Ask us questions or else. Or else Zamora. Ooh, or else Zamora's gonna you know what I mean?
This is one of your glimpses at our actual personalities. Take advantage of it.
I'm already out of character all the time. It doesn't even matter.
What do you mean? I sit here all days of the week until I have to be on stream.
What's the best Christmas song?
Yeah, what's our favorite Christmas songs?
Mine, Last Christmas. That's my favorite Christmas song.
That's a good song.
Oh wow, there's a lot of questions now. Okay.
Okay.
No Christmas. I don't like Christmas songs.
The one that's like
I don't like
I like Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande.
I like. Oh, that's what I meant. Santa Tell Me, not Santa Baby. I like that one too. It's all
Heck
good.
says if one of you say PogChamp, I'm so I'm gonna say PogChamp.
Someone else
I
asked,
don't even like Twitch. I don't know
"What's
why I'm saying
everyone's
that.
favorite part about Argonauts Awoken?"
Okay, let's go in order.
Order of what?
I don't know what order.
Oh.
Ah!
In the chat.
Okay, we're gonna give Mr. DMD. Can we finish the questions we have in chat and then hop back in?
Oh wait, he's back?
Yes.
Okay.
So the question Zamora just asked, if no one heard, was what's everyone's favorite part about doing Argonauts Awoken?
Being the character. I mean, at least my character. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah, I like Luna. She's pretty swag. I put everything that I could ever want into Luna.
mhm.
I made her dress in all pink because I've always wanted to dress in all pink. It's incredibly self-indulgent.
I like feeling connected to like theater and stuff again because, pandemic hit in March, our shows all got shut down. So it's nice to be able to do something theatery and involving acting again.
I completely agree with what Stevie said. 110%.
I like playing my own character that I made. I think Moon is pretty swag and is just like me.
Sorry, Luke, finish. Sorry.
I think I'm like the polar opposite of Luke as a person. But I think it's still really fun to play because you get to be someone entirely different from yourself.
I got a question texted to me because my family members don't know how to use the chat. Who is everyone's favorite character other than themselves?
Luke. I love himbos.
I'm a big Zamora stan.
Stop.
Elia.
I
As
think
much as I
Zamora.
hate him.
Zamora.
Oh, guys.
Laura's the best.
I don't know. I literally love all your characters so much. Like every other like stream, I change who I want to be because I just love everyone so much. Yep.
Do any of us have pets at home? I'm assuming you mean us as actors and not our characters. I have two.
bats here.
I do not have pets.
So Luna said she
Dog.
had bats. I was like, I
And
thought
a
you said
cat.
you had bats there. And I was like, what?
I wish I had two bats. That'd be cool.
Dude, I love bats.
They're so cute.
Mango is asking, why is Moon so swag?
Wow.
I want to know too. Why, Moon? Why are you so swag?
I don't know. I think it's not a skill you learn. You kind of just are born swag. And, some people are swag, some people aren't. So I just have a lot of swag. If you don't have swag, I hope you get well soon.
Yee is asking, who's each character's favorite family member? Joke's on you, Stevie hates her family.
Oh.
I just think it's funny that you brought up our family members in a stream full of misfit children.
Literally. None of them.
Well, Luna likes her brothers.
Family.
That's true.
Family.
Family.
Luke loves his family. What do you
This
mean?
is oh wait, no, that might be copyright.
Okay, Luke, answer the question. Who's your favorite family member?
Oh, that's such a difficult choice because it would definitely be torn between his mother and his little sister. They're both very dear to him, I think.
Oh.
Oh,
I say all every
Daddy
time
issues though.
says something. That's why Luke's my favorite.
I feel like even though Zamora doesn't have like actual like family, I guess, with her, because like she's always in the little home with all these little like children, I feel like her favorite would be Rachel, which is like a little like 7-year-old girl who likes running around, who looks up to her like her big sister. She's like a little she's her mini me. Rachel's my mini me. Rachel's my fave.
That is all the questions we have in the chat, by the way. So once everyone answers this one, if they haven't already, we can go back to playing.
Well, for me, if it wasn't obvious, Mama Kingston. But I got called a mama's boy a bunch, so that was pretty obvious. Mr. DMD, are you back?
I am back. I'm here. I got evacuated and then I got to come back. Live theater, live streaming, live whatever. You never know what's going to happen. But we are back and we had just finished. Stevie casting her spell, and she was describing what that looks like as it tolls in Iris's ears. So let's roll your damage and let us know how hard that hits.
I rolled 2 before you left.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Cool. And I think I've already accounted for that too. So we are good. Let's keep moving then from Stevie to Alaya, who is back up at full health. So Alaya, you are on a knee right in front of Iris, who's kind of shaking her head like she's hearing something and it hurts, but you can't hear it yourself.
Okay. Well, first thing I want to do is stand up.
We're just going to take half of your movement. So if you do move, you only have half of that.
Okay.
So you know.
All right. Would this work? So she's getting death tolled, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Gust can create a harmless sensory air effect. Would that count for sound? Like maybe I could make that stop for her?
So that effect is only affecting her really for flavor at this point. It's already done the damage and it doesn't extend past that turn. So you don't need to do that.
Okay. And how far away am I from the closest person?
So Luke, who threw his axe at you, is about 20 feet from you. And about 10 feet kind of diagonal from you is the rest of the main melee.
Okay. Well, since I only have half my movement, I can't even get to Luke. So who can I run up to then?
You definitely can't get to Luke, but you could get to Moon for sure, and thus within range of Luna.
Well, it seems like everyone's kind of going ham on Moon right now. So I'm gonna go for Luna, and I'm going to run up to her, and I'm going to grab her and use Shocking Grasp.
Nice. This is a spell we have not seen before yet on stream. And so go ahead and roll your attack, because that is an attack roll on Luna.
16. Do I add anything to that?
You would add your bonus, but you don't need to, because 16 is going to hit as it is. And then you will roll your damage on Luna.
All right. 6.
All right, that is a hefty hit. You are connected to wind. We've already established that, and what you're about to do is a lightning attack. How does this kind of come forth from you? What does it look like?
When I run up to her, I grab her by both shoulders, and then the tattoos on my arms start glowing yellow, and from them come electricity that goes up my arm and shocks her.
Very cool. I like that. That looks awesome. And so this surges forth down your arms and shocks Luna. And I think you can definitely feel underneath her, like her muscles seize a little and then they settle back in. And it is her turn now. So Luna, what are you going to do now that he's shocked you?
I have 3 HP. Yay. Okay, well, I think I'm going to attack him back, because that was awful. I'm very mad now. Like, I probably, like, if I was more sensible, I'd probably heal myself, but I want to kill Alaya now. I'm gonna cast Primal Savagery. It's this cantrip that makes all my teeth and nails become corrosive, and I'm gonna scratch Alaya.
That is intense, and I absolutely love it. So, what is first of all, how do you cast it? What do you do? Do you like say a prayer? Do you talk about nature? What does it look like for you to make this happen?
Well, usually I connect to like water around me, or if there's like nature. Probably mumble a little prayer or something.
And as you do this, I think the teeth that grow because you're so connected to water are like shark teeth in your mouth. And the claws, we don't usually think of like water creatures having claws. I think they're more like crab pincers than they are claws. And you make this attack. Make your melee spell attack.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. I never knew melee. How do you?
It's going to be a D20, and then just as if you were regularly casting a spell, you add your +3.
Okay. I rolled a 14, and then
that's
add your dex. Your dex?
No, for that you're going to add your +3 because the spell technically.
Okay. So, yeah, 14 + 3.
So that's a 17 for those of us doing the math.
Yeah.
Alaya, that is going to definitely hit Alaya. So you're going to do 1d10 acid damage. Roll that damage.
I forgot which one's the d10. Okay. That's fine. Oh, 3.
All right. So I think when you make this attack, is it with the claws or your teeth?
Oh, the claws. I feel like biting's kind of weird, but I'm gonna scratch him.
All right. So you kind of just reach up and scratch the arm that's shocked you. And I think Alaya feels the burn, and you can see the acid kind of burning his arm. And we go to Luke, who has no weapon in his hand. What are you doing, brother?
Well, considering that Alaya just left the weapon there and went over to Luna, I'm gonna go and pick it up again.
All right. So you rush over there, and you can do that completely safely. When you do get to the axe, it is about 5 feet away from Iris, right kind of at the feet of where Alaya was standing.
All right, I'm gonna attack Iris then.
Go for it. And I did a rules check. The +2 from your rage is only to the damage bonus. It's not to the attack. So that was my mistake.
I see. Okay. Oh, that's 15 to hit.
Sorry. Let me look at Iris's stats. That is going to hit. So you come in with this axe, and I think Iris goes up to block it with her shield, and she just misses, and it's going to hit her. So go ahead and roll your damage. That is going to be that D12 +3 +2, so D12 +5. 13. Your axe just cleaves. I think actually doesn't. She blocks it, but you hit so hard that it bounces back and knocks her out. She like hits herself with her own shield, and she's out on the ground. She is bright red. Very much taken out of the fight at this point. We have now kind of even the tide here at this point. And we would go to Iris's turn, but Iris is out unless someone heals her. So that takes us to Moon. Moon, it is your turn. Moon, who's taken quite a bit of damage, is quite literally standing on her last legs at this point.
Yeah, so at this point, I've had it. We're allowed to use spells, right?
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Okay. I was going to say,
Brad said, let it fly.
I've had it, and my dagger isn't working. And the last person to attack me was Zamora. And as much as I love Zamora, I just am so done with it. So I cast Eldritch Blast on Zamora. And
right. So
yeah.
One thing is because Eldritch Blast is a ranged attack, if you're going to cast it against Zamora, who is in melee with you, you will have disadvantage on that attack.
Okay, then I'll just use my dagger. I really can't take any disadvantage right now. So I'm just gonna.
You do. I will remind you, have an inspiration, so you could take that, use it, and not have disadvantage on the roll, and have just a regular roll if you wanted.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Cool. So mark that you've spent that, and you can roll that Eldritch Blast as if it were a regular attack.
I got a 20.
That is before your bonus.
Yes.
All right. You're gonna roll 2 d10s and do your damage. And this is where the tide turns.
I forgot which one was a D10. This one?
Yeah, the one that looks like that, like a top.
Oh, see, I'm so good at D&D, guys. I got an 8.
On the first one, or is that on both of them? Because you get to roll it twice.
Yes, I got an 8 on the first one.
All right, roll the second one.
I got a 4 on the second one.
You take and summon this. What color is your Eldritch Blast? You're connected to poison, so I'm assuming it's some sort of like bluish color.
Yeah, I was gonna say green, but yes.
Green works too. I think it may be a green-blue because poison's got both those colors. So you summon forth this ball of crackling green-blue energy, and you throw it right at Zamora. And I think what happens is Zamora gets behind her shield, but because it's energy, it wraps right around the shield and just shocks her solid. And that total of damage is going to knock Zamora down. Zamora is now down on a knee, glowing red. If we're keeping score at home, that is Lucius, Zamora, and Iris all down. That's 3 on one team. Leaving Elia by himself at this point. And it is now Stevie's turn. As we reach the top of this order, you hear Rad, and he doesn't so much say anything, but he goes, like he's just kind of taking note of how this is going. Lucius went down before the end of the round last game. So, Stevie, it is your turn. You are about 10, 15 feet ish from this group, and Elia is the only one standing right now.
All right, Elia, it's Toll the Dead time.
Oh, Elia, you hear this bell ringing in your head. Make your attack roll, Stevie.
Elia needs to make a wisdom save.
Oh, yes. Elia, make a wisdom save, please.
I was about to say it. Like, I just take this damage. That's the thing.
No,
okay. Wisdom. Come on, man. 5.
5. Is that plus your 1? Not that it matters.
Yeah, that's plus my 1.
That's plus your 1. Stevie, he has already taken damage also. So you're going to roll that higher damage die.
Yeah.
I had a plan too.
5.
5 damage. And with that, if my notes are correct, Elia falls also to one knee, glowing red. And we look out on the battlefield as the team of Elia, Iris, Zamora, and Lucius all glow red together for a moment. And Rad stands there and just goes, very good. You are dismissed for the afternoon. Enjoy your free time. To the teams that won. The teams that lost, we shall be here for the next few hours. So, he gives you a moment to collect yourselves. He summons forth a kind of font of water. This is like a healing water, so anyone who's taken damage can take it and reheal. It's part of the arena kind of features, if you will. And you've got a few minutes here as you collect yourselves, and the winning team gets to exit to kind of talk amongst yourselves, if you would like.
At first, I kind of look around at all my teammates and I'm like, yeah, let's go, guys. We did it. I'm so proud of you. we all did so great. And then I hear him say that the winning team is the one that gets to leave. And I'm a little disappointed because I was just starting to have fun, man.
You don't have to. You could stay, but the winning team has won the option to go enjoy the rest of their day.
Oh, okay.
I don't care. I'm going. I'm going to talk to
Yeah,
him.
I was gonna say.
I am taking that option to go for the rest of the day so fast.
You know, because
Oh, go ahead, Moon.
I was gonna say I'm kind of like, I'm not too cocky right now, but I'm kind of like, yes, because you know everyone in that arena decided to attack me, and in the end, I get to walk free. So I'm a little celebrating right now because they all have to train more, and I can go take a nap because I didn't want to be here in the first place.
So we've heard a lot from those who won this combat. Do those of you that lost have anything you want to say as you're mingling to this group? Or are you just keeping this feeling and how you're doing to yourself? Since Lucius has not gotten to combat anything, let's start with Lucius. How is he doing right now?
I'm just stunned, really, because I didn't think this is how things would go. And I'm just staring at the ground in like disbelief, like, oh, it was over so quickly. Yet I was like probably the most qualified to win out of everybody here.
Anyone else with thoughts at this point?
I'm getting water, but like as I'm getting water, I'm like very mad because how did I let Moon beat me? Moon, literally the size of this much. Moon beat me. I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm so embarrassed. Like, it's not good.
I kind of
go ahead, Luke.
I kind of look over at Lucius and see that he's a little dejected, and I kind of walk over to him and I say in very like contained words, you didn't do so bad.
Lucius is very I'm very jittery right now, so when I just even like notice that you approach me, I like shift away from you and just get really spooked. And I don't even hear what you try to say.
After being scratched by Luna and seeing her grow shark teeth, I am avoiding her. I'm very scared. I was right in front of your face and you just bore your shark teeth at me and scratched me and I started burning. I'm staying away. That was creepy.
I'd say you all, or most, anyone that took any damage is definitely experiencing a weird sensation right now because the arena is designed so that you can feel what it would feel like to take this damage, but then it is like there's an antiseptic to it. So it very quickly loses that pain. So it feels almost like it's a distant pain very quickly. And you get the idea that this would be very distracting in an extended combat for sure. But also you are quickly learning that, you don't want to be hit in real life if it feels like this in the arena. So anybody else have anything or any final thoughts before I move this story forward a little? Okay, wonderful. So at this point, the other things are going to, first of all, I want to ask who is taking the advantage from having one and leaving? It sounded like it was Stevie and Moon for sure.
I'm definitely leaving.
And Luna. Okay, Luke, are you going to stay and train with the rest of these people?
Yeah, I think I'm going to hang around.
Luke is such an arena rat, and I absolutely love it.
Just to kind of stick it to him a little too.
Right. Fun. So you are going to be doing a very unique kind of training, and that is Rad, who is an expert wizard, is going to literally set you all up as targets and start throwing magic at you as you're training. It is intense. It is a long 2 hours of Rad just throwing magic at you. And by the time you're all done, even Rad looks tired because to throw around magic for that long is tiring. But it is a very serious training session. And let me get to my end of training descriptions here. Okay. As you all leave the arena, even those that were leaving earlier, you do feel like you had a long, hard day's workout. And you feel the fact that you will definitely, even those that left earlier, will be sore tomorrow. So let's start with those that left earlier since you have a little bit more time. Stevie, what do you do with the rest of your now longer afternoon and evening?
I'm taking a shower. My hair feels so gross and sweaty, and I hate it.
There's definitely like dust and sand in it from the arena. It's icky.
I'm showering. I'm fixing my makeup, like putting on a better outfit. I'm done.
Are you then spending like the rest of your evening and afternoon and evening studying in your room? Or are you going to go socialize? What are you thinking?
I'm just going to curl up in my bed with a book, I think.
It is so on brand for Stevie, and I absolutely love it. Let's go to Moon. How are you spending your afternoon then?
I feel like right away I'm so exhausted, so I don't even do my typical like talk to Luna. I just kind of go straight to our like little place. Yeah, sorry, my brain just stopped working. But I just go straight to my bed and go to bed because I didn't even want to be there in the first place. I'm exhausted. There was no coffee there, so I'm already tired, and then I fight for like hours. So yeah, I just go straight to bed, and then Poison wakes me up, and I do, as Stevie said, I take a shower, I get ready, and then I just go back to bed. Like I don't do much.
I love that you get up in a shower so that you can go back to bed. That's so perfect. All right, Luna, how are you spending your afternoon/evening?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna shower and put on something that I prefer to wear, like a big pink poofy dress or something. And I'm honestly used to doing things. It's weird having all this downtime because I'm always like usually volunteering at home. So I think I'm gonna go back to the kitchen and see if that guy will let me bake this time.
There is an opportunity to the Flump Guild Hall, and one of the kind of responsibilities many of the Flumps take on because of their desire to do and help is connected directly to the greenhouse and the like barn. So you could go, work with the plants. You could go work with the animals. You could go work on projects for courses that are connected to those. You do have options beyond. I mean, if you want to go bake, like cool, you can definitely do that. But if you want to do something else, you have other options too.
I think I do want to bake though, because in a way it kind of does help me unwind a little bit.
I don't think we're going to spend too much time describing this, but I think what we do see, what I do want you to see especially, is you go in and without even turning around, the angry little gnome man who runs the kitchen's like, get out of my, and then he turns around and he's like, oh, you. I was making bread. If you want to help, it's over there.
Oh, sure.
And he points to like a giant, like industrial size mixer full of flour, and it clearly was like the first steps, and he got distracted by something.
Oh, this is my kind of stuff. We get to make bread. Let's do it.
Cool. So I'm going to have you roll me. We don't have a kitchen stat, so I'm going to have you roll me a roll me a nature check to see how successful your bread making is. I'm making that up off the top of my head.
Sure. Okay. I forgot what my modifier. Okay, that is actually 21.
Your bread is actually better than his bread tonight. And
he doesn't know who he's messing with. Okay, I bake all the time.
And he actually tastes it, and he's like, "What did you put in this? It tastes better than usual."
I don't know. I just did what you told me to.
And he's going to taste it. He's like, there's something in there. I'll figure it out. And he kind of like, he looks very like he sets a slice of his side, like he's going to study it later. He says, good job. Thank you.
Sure. I do this all the time.
He says, well, you're welcome back in my kitchen, whatever you want to help.
Perfect.
All right, let's go to then those that left the arena later in the afternoon. And is there anyone who would like to start that knows exactly what they're going to do when they leave?
I do. I'm going to leave and very exhausted. I don't feel like going. I definitely want to go to sleep. I don't feel like going to sleep in my bed. But Medusas are known for going out and like setting up tents and sleeping, stuff like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a hammock setup and I'm going to set something up way up high in 2 trees, just way up there. And I'm going to, I guess, gust myself up there and sleep.
I will remind you, it is November 3rd in Tahoe. Just putting that out there.
I don't care. I don't want to be around anyone right now, and I want to sleep.
Cool. I totally just wanted to remind you. So it is afternoon. It's about 3-ish. So you definitely have an opportunity to take a nap up there. I would warn you against sleeping the night that high up without some sort of insulation.
Yeah, no, not the night, but I'm gonna take a nap up there.
Cool. And then let's see. Who else would like to share next?
I have a question. Do we have like a common room in the Medusa Guild with like a freezer?
So the Medusa Guild like common room is traditionally used as either the amphitheater or the stage, depending on who's hanging out. You don't have an inside common room because you're a much more disjointed group. It's not like the Flumps who all hang out like in the barn or in the greenhouse, or the Lich Guild who has their own actually underground common room that they can hang out in.
Okay, so then I'm gonna make my way to the kitchen to get a bunch of ice from the freezer, like big like packs of like 5-pound ice.
As you step in to go to the kitchen gnome, which goes, nah, you need ice, you go upstairs to the infirmary, not in my kitchen.
I'm too like tired to even argue, so I just turn around and
Am I still here? Am I still in the kitchen?
You could totally still be there.
I'm gonna look at Moon, and I'm gonna look at some more, and I'm gonna be like, hey, you're not the favored student here. Well, I'm not gonna say that, but like I'm gonna give her the worst smirk.
I'm gonna give her the dirtiest look ever. Like, stone cold, like I'm not even playing. I'm so tired, and she's already super annoying.
So yeah, after that exchange, you get upstairs. The infirmary is also still where Hannah is staying. She'll be there for a few more days. Yes, that is correct. And so if you wanted to, you could interact with her while you're up here. Reaper is definitely not at this point in the infirmary with her. Reaper is off taking care of some preparation stuff for tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the infirmary and like ask the nurse person for some like a bunch of ice. While they're getting it, I'm gonna go say hi to Hannah and give her like my little handshake.
So yeah, I think you come in no problem. The nurse is very used to seeing students come in sore from training, and it's not long. There's actually a cooler kept nearby the door. So when you come in beyond the door, they're actually a little surprised that you're even coming in, because usually it's like, here's a bag of ice, leave. But they hand it to you as you walk over and have your moment with Hannah. Hannah is looking like she's feeling better. It's only been a few days since her injury, and it still is healing at a natural pace. So if there's anything specifically you wanted to ask her about or talk about right now, you can definitely do that. If not, we can move on to someone else.
No, I just want to say hi. But on my way leaving, I take the whole cooler of ice. And then I go to my room and just have an ice bath and just sit there.
You're going to have to convince the nurse to let you take the whole cooler of ice. You can't just take the whole cooler of ice, especially because you're in armor. So it would be very hard for you to, unless you took your armor off in the locker room. Okay. But so it's still like she's standing right next to it. So to steal it, you're either going to have to roll a stealth check to try and steal it, or you're going to have to convince her to let you take the entire cooler of ice.
Yeah, no one wants me to get my ice. Like, just my ice. Okay. I'll roll a, first I'll try to convince her.
All right. What do you say? And then roll me either a persuasion, or if you really want to, an intimidation check. She is a teacher though, so
No, I'll roll persuasion. I'm gonna just play out my soreness a lot. I'm gonna just be like limping, hunched over, I just tears coming out of my eyes. I'm in so much pain. I just really need advice, please.
All right, roll your persuasion.
$15.
Yeah, she buys it. She's not a monster. She does say though, if the cooler doesn't come back tomorrow morning, you're gonna be in trouble.
No, I completely understand that. Yep. But I struggle taking the chest or the cooler back to my room.
It's heavy. It's heavy and it's a hike to get to your room, so it is not going to be easy.
But the ice bath is worth it, so it's all good.
Cool. Then you're set with your ice bath. Let's go to who's next?
I think I am.
Go for it, Lucius.
Right. Okay. So, just walking back to the common room in Silent Age, where you could see the heat radiating off of Lucius. When he gets to his room, his dorm. I'm not sure if Steve will hear it, but maybe through the walls, all she's gonna hear just smashing of beakers and glass and just whatever he could find in his room is it being thrown at the wall. And just some shouting here and there and just anger just being all let out right in that moment.
I mean, it's dead quiet in my room because I'm reading the books, so I think I'd probably hear that.
Yeah, and definitely they tend to in the Medusa, in the Lich Guild in their underground location, they kind of put groups together as they come in. So your year ones right now, you're all in the kind of what is the year one group now, but was last year's year 8 group, right? So kind of cycles like that. You're close enough that even though the walls are stone because you're underground, I think this temper tantrum or this rage is intense enough that there's a few moments that echo down the stone hallways. That's very fun. So I think with that, Lucius, do you have anything else you want to add?
That's it. Yeah.
Cool. Then let's go to Stevie.
Aren't I reading a book? Is that?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. You're right. You're reading a book down the hall from the temper tantrum. Luke was the next one.
Yes. So if Stevie was grossed after her couple of hours, Luke is really something else. I've got sand all up in my hair and I look like I just came out of a barnyard or something. So I go into the locker rooms to shower and get all of that kind of rinsed off. And even I'm tired, and I guess that's kind of saying something. So I kind of start walking towards I'm not sure what the common room for my guild looks like.
So the guild common room for the Guild of the Dragon looks like a miniaturized version of a Viking longhouse, with instead of tables and where you would set up a feast, it's just got rows of bunk beds, and then on each side of the bed is a weapons and armor rack. There are no bookshelves. The weapons and armor are more important for the Guild of the Dragon, so that you have your own private, you sleep in a bunk bed, but you have your own private armor and weapon rack. And that's true kind of all the way around the outer edge.
Okay. So I start making my way up to my common room, but as I'm heading up, I see Zamora struggling with what looks to be an ice chest that she's dragging very, very slowly across the floor. So I kind of walk up and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?"
I'm so tired, and I've learned really quickly that just ice just helps so much. So I'm going to take an ice bath.
All right, man. I mean, you could have just asked. I just pick up the chest.
Like it's nothing.
Thank Thanks. And I like, because both his hands are like busy, so I give him a pat on the shoulder. Just thanks.
Can Zamora reach?
Yeah, I think it may be a little high, but Zamora can reach. All right.
And then, after I drop off the ice chest, I'm gonna go to the common room and not even my bed, just like the first bed that I find, just lay down and take a nap.
Do me a favor, just roll a d20 for a second, and let me know what you get on it.
4.
You did not choose a friendly bed. About a half an hour into your nap, a sixth year who you've never met before, but you know they're a sixth year because of how they're drafted, how they're dressed, and how they carry themselves with a little bit of self-importance. They're like, "You're in my bed, get out." And you can see just like they're a fighter. And they've come from training also, they've come from patrol, and they look tired. They're covered in dirt and slime, and they don't look happy that you're in their bed.
I kind of look up and see that this is kind of someone important, but I'm in the middle of sleeping, man. Like, who does that? So I close my eyes again, and I just say, "Look, man, like." You look like I could knock you over if I just like flicked you on the forehead. So like, go away.
You hear him take a breath, and it's like very controlled. And he says, "I just came off a 5-hour patrol where I can't even tell you what I had to deal with. You're going to get out of my bed first year, or we're going to have a problem."
What's the problem, man?
"You're in my bed."
No, I meant like, what are you going to do if I don't move? Like, I'm already here. You can take my bed. It's fine.
And you see him take a moment, and he literally, and you know how much you're not supposed to do this, drops his long sword on the ground with a giant thud, drops his shield on the ground with another giant thud, and he grabs you by the ankle. Roll a strength check to try and prevent him from throwing you off the bed.
All right. I crit failed. And that's 4 total.
Yeah, his total is going to be a 19. So he grabs you by the ankle, and even though he is I'm going to say he's a dwarf, so he is smaller than you, but he is ripped, grabs you by the ankle and just throws you off the bed. And it's not so much like strength or speed, but like drags you off, and you go stumbling off of his bed. And he says, "First year, sleep over there."
Honestly, I'm too tired to like properly start anything with this guy. So I just kind of look over at him, and I'm like, "Whatever, you dwarf." And I walk away.
And he has turned his back on you, and as you say that, you just see his entire spine go sharp, and he says, as you're walking away, "Oh, if you weren't a first year."
Wait, what did he say?
If you weren't a first year.
See you next year then.
And he takes out a dagger, and because you're very well known, carves your name into his bed with the date, but it's adjusted by 1 year. So it's November 3rd, 2013. And then just crosses underneath it several times with his dagger and thunks it right at the top of his bed and starts taking off his armor. And I think that's a great place to take our bio break. Actually, that's really fun. I'm going to have to make a note of this. This was all just fun. So we're going to take a quick bio break. We're going to say thank you to Lucius, who will not be coming back, but he did a great job. It's been fun playing with him. We'll have a brand new player joining us when we come back. All right. See you all in about 5 minutes. Okay. All right, welcome back. We are so excited to welcome our new player for the second half this evening. If you have not put it together yet, Xavier and Lex are twins, being played by the same performer this evening. We're going to fold them in because they play a vital role in the organization of arena combat on our Saturday arena days at Argonauts Awoken. So, on Sundays, I'm sorry. So Sunday morning comes and you awaken to your guild houses or wherever you are currently sleeping, a buzz with energy. Even the Medusa Guild house, which is pretty much just a rustic cabin, which is often very quiet, is a buzz with excitement. Arena days are always very high energy mornings. And this one is especially exciting. Today is the semifinals of the year's combat challenges, and they are being talked about by many of the students. But the biggest topic of all is the Reaper versus Francois fight, and the rumor that Reaper is using the fight to avenge Hannah and steal the Medusa Medallion. Everyone is talking about this. In fact, you can all roll me a perception check at this point to see who you might overhear talking about this rumor.
I got a nat 20.
You
got a nat 20.
Oh, yeah. Let's start at the top with the nat 20s then. Those of you that get the nat 20s, you actually, you walk by, and I think you both walk by at different times on your way into the Grand Hall. You walk by Henita and Rad, both talking about this rumor that Reaper's trying to use this as an opportunity to avenge Hannah, and has Jade taken into consideration what this means? How does it apply to the rules? They're talking very much like teacherly about the rumor, but giving the rumor complete credit as if it's an actual thing. That's how far this is extended. So let's see. What else has everyone gotten? Or what has everyone else got? Zamora, what do you get?
I got an 11.
Perfect. Moon and Alaya?
13.
4.
Okay. Luna?
What? Oh, wait.
Perception.
Oh, yeah, I got a nat 20.
Perfect. And then if you would roll for Xavier and Lex, I want to see what they learned too. But let's see. Looks like everyone else is in that kind of 10 to 15 range or 10 to 20 range.
I got an 18.
Perfect. All right. So, and then Moon is in the lowest range. So I think what all of you are going to get in general, and then Moon will get kind of a filtered version of not hearing much more than this. Moon, because you were so low, you kind of just hear a general buzz. You don't hear anybody interesting talking about it. You don't hear any weird changes to the rumor. You just kind of generally hear that you all were successful in spreading this rumor. The rest of you hear a couple of different things. Yes, the rumor is out there. There is a slight modification to the rumor that's going around, and that is that that Francois himself has spread the rumor so that he could just get more popular on campus for beating Reaper up in the arena. That rumor is being spread by a group of Guild of the Dragon students who are just kind of confused about the general rumor idea. And then you also hear a group of Medusas talking about how if this is true, then Francois is really angry and he may not be able to control himself in the arena. And Xavier and Lex, I think when the two of you hear this, very much since you are practically teachers, this kind of heightens your awareness, and you're going to be significantly more paying attention to Francois when you're in that locker room. So you're kind of on point. So you go in, and breakfast on arena days is served grab and go, which means that there is pretty much a table set up in the lobby. You can come in and grab whatever you want. It's on always every Sunday. It's breakfast burritos of different varieties and coffee, juice, milk, water. That's it. Very simple. So you can grab something and go. Most of the students, because the arena combat's not going to start till 9 for a couple of hours. A lot of students are hanging out. Some people, there's a group of flumps that love to grab their breakfast and go straight to the arena and get the best seats because they get so excited. So they're actually already grabbing like handfuls of food and walking. So what is when you get up, when you dress and prepare for the day, how are you preparing yourself? I'm just going to go around the horn really quick and touch base with everybody. Let's start with Stevie again, who has the shortest trek to breakfast.
Before I eat breakfast, I need to go convince Reaper to let me be in the locker room.
You do. There's a lot of things that you put into your plan into motion. So let's go do that very quickly. Reaper, it is very well known, Reaper's quarters, as the guild captain. She actually has a little mini office in addition to her quarters, kind of attached to it, so she can meet with students not in her room. So when you arrive and you knock on the door, she opens it and she's clearly kind of preparing. Very different than you would expect most warriors to prepare. The kind of office floor has been spread clear of things, and she looks as if she's just like gotten up from meditating there. And she opens the door and she says, "Stevie, come in. I was just getting ready for this morning."
Oh yeah, it's the big fight with Francois today.
Yes, that is this morning.
How are you feeling?
I know Francois. I know what he can do. We've trained together. I think it's going to be in a very even match. But I also know that I've learned some things that he doesn't know I've learned.
You guys get to have a couple like friends in the locker room, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Have you already picked people?
Well, I've got an armorer and a healer kind of lined up, but if were you interested in joining?
Yeah, I'd love to.
That would be cool. First years don't get a lot of opportunity to see inside the arena for combat like this. So yeah, if you wanted to join, you could be part of my entourage.
Thank you.
Perfect. So go get some breakfast, and you'll meet on the south side locker room doors before I go in. They've decided that Francois and my fight is the main event for today, so we'll be going last this afternoon before lunch.
Okay. I'll
All right.
see you there.
Cool.
Good luck.
Oh, thank you. And you kind of, she's not really pushing you out, but you can tell she's ready to kind of finish her prep. So as you leave, she shuts the door. And behind the door, without even really trying, you can hear that it's very quiet in there. Nothing sort of sound-wise is coming through at all. So let's continue going through then. Thank you, Stevie. Alaya, what are you doing this morning?
I'm going to shoot out of bed. And is it to be the armorer or healer? Do you have to ask the person, or do you sign up for it?
Yes, that is a position that you would ask the fighter that you are trying to be it for.
Okay.
You'd be asking for permission to do that job for them.
Right. I'm going to get up early, but I'm going to lay in bed and wait for Francois to get up. And like I'm going to kind of act like, I just got up at the same time. It's a big coincidence,
So Francois and his hangers-on, they don't sleep in the guild hall. Okay. It is very well known that they have a camp somewhere out in the forest. But it's also well known that they do a really good job moving and hiding that camp because they know that Francois is now a target.
Okay. I'm going to have to get crafty with this to try to find him and get in there. Give me some more time. I need to think.
Yeah, we can come back to you. Is there anybody ready at this point with their thought as to what they're doing this morning to prepare?
I get up and I get ready. Then I go to the dining hall, to the kitchen area, and I grab myself a breakfast burrito and a water bottle, and then I grab one for Reaper. And then I head over to find Reaper, since I'm going to be their healer, and I want to make sure that they know. Okay,
so your intention to find Reaper at this point, you're going to have to do one of two things. You're either going to have to find a way to get into the Guild of the Lich Guild Hall, which is notoriously a labyrinth, or you can wait by the elevator. She will have to come up eventually and come out of the elevator, so you could make play the waiting game too.
Yeah, I think I'm going to play the waiting game and practice.
Wouldn't I be leaving the Lich cabin or the Lich area right around that time, though? Because you let me out?
Yeah, we could definitely say that you come up out of the elevator and Zamora is standing there. You can have a meet cute there.
I can guide her through.
Cool.
Cool.
Hey, Stevie, you're from Glitch Hall, right?
Yep.
Do you know if Reaper's in there?
Yeah, I just talked to her. She let me get a spot in her entourage for the match.
Perfect. I brought her some breakfast. Do you think you can show me where she is?
Yeah, I got you.
Cool,
She
cool.
said she already has a healer lined up though, so I don't know if you're gonna have to try and like convince her to change it.
I'll either convince her or the healer will get into an accidental accident. One of the two.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, come on, I'll take you through.
Thank you.
And then I guide Zamora to like right outside Reaper's dorm because I don't want to go in with her and make it seem like we're like conspiring something.
So you get down there and it's a little bit of a trek. And Stevie, you do get a few looks from the Guild of Lich members. It's not a rule that you're not supposed to bring people that aren't Guild Lich down, but it's definitely frowned upon. And so you definitely get a couple of looks. But you go make that beeline straight for Reaper's room, which for you is fine. You've practiced it. You've made that move, but Zamora, you're completely lost. I think you think at this point you've made 3 full circles, and you could not get out of here without help. And you get to the door, and Reaper, you can hear there's no sound coming from the other side of that door. You can try and listen if you want, but I will tell you right now, you will hear nothing. Reaper's in meditation at this point. So you're free to knock on the door.
Yeah, I knocked twice.
And you hear some shuffling, and Reaper opens the door and is very shocked and surprised to see you, and then kind of looks around and clearly looking for like who led you in here, because you're not a Guild Lich, and sees Stevie, unless you're trying to hide. You're muted.
I realized that. I've like walked away far enough that I'm probably like around the corner enough so I can hear, but I wouldn't be in Reaper's line of sight unless she stepped out of her room.
So she looks around. She says, Zamora, how did you get down here?
I asked someone for directions because I brought you breakfast. I know today's your big day and you really want to help Hannah get back to becoming guild captain, and so do I. And I just wanted to know if you already had a healer, because I've been practicing my healing spells and I think I'm pretty good.
And she kind of nods and she's starting to put not your whole plan together, but the idea that like Hannah's new first year friends are trying to look out for her. And she says, well, Zamora, I don't want to offend you, but arena combat can be quite violent. And I've already asked Allie to be my healer, but I tell you what, I am all for first years having new experiences. So if you want to be part of my entourage, I think your friend Stevie is already part of it. You can definitely be part of that.
Cool. Thank you so much.
And she says, kind of looks at you, says, when you see Stevie, tell her that she should be careful bringing other people down into the Lich halls.
Okay, will do. Thank you. Good luck. Please be safe.
Thank you. I'll see you at the arena. And she kind of shuts the door, and you hear a little shuffling, and then kind of just silence on the other side of the door again.
As Zamora walks by, I'm going to assume she tells me that she's gotten onto the entourage, or I've heard it. And I'm going to try and like be cool and replicate her handshake that she does with Hannah.
I'm going to like give her the handshake, but she like, instead of like...
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to feel included.
So I kind of just stare at her and like look at my hand, and then I just like give her just a handshake instead.
Good. I like it. Very nice. Let's keep going around. Who else is ready to share with us how their morning goes?
I have devised a plan. It involves Luna and Moon, though, so I hope you don't mind me interjecting your stories.
Please.
Upon realizing that I'm probably not going to be able to find Francois, I make my way over to Moon and Luna's place, wherever it is. assuming I know it because I've been.
Oh yeah,
around
the Guild of the Flump Hall is not hidden at all. The doors are always open, and it's very close to where you have like your nature class. So yeah, you can find it pretty easily.
Okay. So also, I have brought Amelia with me. I've called on her and she has come to me. And the reason that I need Moon and Luna is, Moon especially, because I need access to poison. So I come in and Moon, are you awake at this point?
Well, so do you intend to just walk into the guild hall, or are you like gonna knock on the door? Okay. So you walk into the guild hall that's not your guild, and you instantly get a lot of looks. Like the flumps are welcoming, but usually when someone walks in that's not a flump, they at least have someone kind of leading them in, or they don't just walk in like they own the place. But then they notice that you're a Medusa, and they're like, yeah, that's about right. And they all go back to what they're doing.
I'm gonna be like, yo, Moon, Luna, you guys in here somewhere?
And this is the first year dorm. So yes, definitely they're about.
All right.
I'm still sleeping. So I am passed out. I'm exhausted. I took a nap yesterday and I'm just boom, so I'm passed out cold sweat. I do not hear Elia come in.
All right. Luna, are you
probably awake though?
Okay.
I hear Elia's annoying voice and I poke my head out. What do you want? Why are you
Get Moon. We need to talk outside.
What? Why? Why are you in? How did you get in here?
The door.
Fine. So I probably try to find Moon. She's asleep. I don't really want to wake her, but it is the arena day and it's probably important.
Yeah, Moon is definitely not, her bunk is not far from yours. You know where it is. You find her easily. And the three of you make your way outside. We'll kind of hand wave that. So you're all outside now?
Okay, guys, listen. We need to, you realize that we need to get me as an armorer, right? Right? Yes,
yeah,
we're
and
all aware of this.
I need to be Franny's healer.
Mm-hmm, yeah. The problem with that is I have no idea where Francois is, and also the chances of me even finding a way into his group is quite slim now that I think about it. But this is why I need you guys.
I thought of helping him.
Moon, is Poison with you somewhere around here?
I just think it's hilarious that you woke me up from my deep slumber just to tell me your problems. I'm gonna be like the van guy today, so I really don't need to hear your. I need to go find Francois. Yes, I have poison. Poison's constantly with me. It's the dumbest question I've ever heard.
Good. So I'm going to need poison, and I'm also going to send Amelia to go find his camp. Nobody knows where it is, but hey, 2 animals. Who's going to be looking for those? Am I right? Just can you tell Poison?
Not the 2 most noticeable, recognizable animals on campus.
Well, it's just a crow. Tell Poison to keep it low profile, please. As I will tell Amelia. I think Amelia can understand me. I hope she can. I'm praying. Yeah, but I know that Poison actually can talk. So to you.
Why should I trust you with Poison though? That's the thing.
I'm not going to be looking. It's just going to be them. They're going to go on a little side adventure by themselves.
How do you know? Oh my God.
I'm just hoping that they can find it. I don't know where it is. Just send them out into the forest. It'll be fine.
I'll consult with my colleague, Poison. Luna, you can take over.
Okay.
Kind of glare at Elia.
Okay, Luna.
How dare you?
You also have a connection with animals, yes.
She does.
I don't have any pet that you can steal.
Yeah, there's plenty of wild animals around here, though.
No, I'm not going to do that. That's like...
We're not forcing them.
No.
Go tell them that there's like some nice berries over in Francois' camp.
No, that's manipulation. I'm not going to do that.
Maybe you can follow them and then reward them at the end.
That just feels... No.
Okay, so you're all having this...
Fine, if it doesn't work out with Poison, then I will. Fine.
All right.
Good.
Let's go with this plan at this point. Laya, can I have you roll a d20 for Amelia's search? And Moon, if poison is helping, I'll have you roll a d20 for poison search.
I rolled a 20.
All right. Well, since you crit, I think we don't even need poison search. So let's say,
Well, I rolled a 19 if anyone cares.
then there you go. I think what happens, because that is there's such close numbers, is you send out Amelia and you're like, this could take a while. So you begin to head out to breakfast. And as your Luna and Moon, are you going to join Alaya? Breakfast. There's coffee.
Sure.
Moon's thumbs up for the coffee. All right. So as you're all heading off to get breakfast, about halfway, a little over halfway through your hike to get breakfast, Amelia comes swooping down and kind of lands on your shoulder. And while you can't quite communicate with Amelia directly, it's kind of more through like an empathic bond. You definitely get the sense from her, like she's shaking her head, she's going back and forth, she's kind of pointing up in a direction. She's totally found it. And sure enough, like a few minutes after that, Poison comes swooping down on their wings and confirms that yes, they found them, and they're actually also on their way to breakfast, and they're about 10 minutes behind you on the trailer.
Wow. Well, I guess he isn't as good as we thought he was.
Well, you got to get breakfast. They're literally hiking the trail to get breakfast.
10 minutes behind us, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go to the breakfast area, and I'm going to hang out casually.
If you want to appear casual, I need a performance check.
11. Oh, wait. I didn't add my bonus. 14.
Yeah, you're casual enough. I mean, you look like just another student eating their breakfast in the lobby. There's definitely nothing suspicious about you right now. And I mean that. I'm not being sarcastic.
Okay.
Moon and Luna, what are you doing right now?
I'm just getting breakfast.
Getting coffee, but I'm sort of just like, I'm not completely mad at Alaya, but I'm not a morning person. So I kind of just like talking to Luna, and I'm like, I can't believe he woke me up. I'm not even that big of a deal in this plan. He wakes me up and goes, hey, I need poison. So I'm kind of like ranting while I'm, getting my coffee. And
do me a favor. No, actually, don't do me a favor.
Okay. Everyone says that, Mr. DMD. Everyone's like, oh, we're going to do this big heist. And I'm kidding. I'm just like...
So you're very obviously ranting to your friends in the middle of the lobby. And you're about halfway through this rant. And Francois enters, and as he enters, he's got a pretty decent sized entourage with him. These are all the same boys you've seen him with. They're all human. They're all male. And they're all 7th or 8th years. And they come in, and the entire room just like hush across it. Even those people that are very against him and what he did, they're quiet. And the group of them, there's about 6 of them, all head over to the breakfast table.
Is he visibly wearing the medallion?
Yes, very visibly, like boom, right out in front so everyone can see it.
Okay. Who all of our group is in the cafeteria or wherever we're...
Well, it's a good question to check in with. Let's see. We've got Zamora and Stevie were downstairs, so they're still downstairs at this point. The 3 of you are up here, but let's check in very quickly with Luke. Luke, what have you been doing this morning?
Honestly, I woke up a little bit late, but I'm pretty hungry. So I walk into the cafeteria, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, I forgot to do something. Man, what was it? So I'm like grabbing food and everything.
I love this. Luke, do me one favor. I love this idea that you're very absent-minded right now and you can't remember what you're supposed to do. Can you roll me a d20? Just give me the number.
Yeah. Okay. 18.
You walk in and you don't even notice it, but the lobby is completely silent, and you walk right by Francois and his group and are like in line in front of them at this point. Not rude, you didn't push, that just happened to be how you timed it. So you can continue. I know you got other thoughts.
Yeah, so I'm grabbing like a plate of food and everything, and then I see Elia kind of nearby, and he's just kind of standing there, and and as I finish grabbing all my food, I kind of say not so discreetly, "Hey man, what you doing here?"
And that's, I think, a great point where we join the two groups together.
What am I doing here?
Yeah, like, do you want something to eat? You can have some if you want.
Thanks, but did you do the thing? Are you with him?
Oh
my.
Have you seen him? Where'd he go?
He's behind you.
I kind of slowly turn around, and I see Francois, and then I quickly turn back around, and I'm like, "Dude, he's right here!"
Yeah.
At this point, because the room is so quiet, you're like one of 3 people talking, and everyone hears you say this.
Well. You think you can do it?
I give him a quick nod, and then I turn back around, and I make eye contact with Francois, and I'm like, "What's up, my man?"
And he looks at you, gives you a look of disgust, and goes back to putting food on his plate.
I don't care that he hasn't responded. I'm just gonna kind of keep going. So I take a step closer to him, and I say, honestly, I don't think Reaper's much of a match for you. I think you got this in the bag, man.
He says, "You got that right," and his entire entourage goes, "Yeah." They're already riled up.
I kind of join in and I go, "Yeah." So like, you got to have people in your locker room and stuff, right?
He looks at you like, "Yeah, you're an idiot, right? Like, yes, I have to. Yes, I have an entourage." He says, like you're a small child.
Man, I don't know what that word means, but like, you're pretty sick, man. I think you should let me into your locker room.
And he looks you up and down again and goes, with a little bit more up because you are taller than him, and says, "Explain to me why I'd let a," and he pauses for a moment and says, "first year into my entourage?"
I mean, like, dude, listen, I know I'm first year, but like, look at me. If I was in your like locker room, I don't think anyone would even dare come near you.
And he's just, "Look at these guys behind me. They're my entourage. Which one of them should I kick out to let you in?"
Any one of them.
And he looks back at his guys. "What do you think?" And they're all staring daggers at you. And he says, "Make your case." And at this point, the two of you, by the way, have held up the entire breakfast line.
Make my case. Like,
he rolls his eyes. Explain to me again, please, why you should be in my entourage.
Because I think you're cool, man.
Okay. DM speaking now. Please make a persuasion roll.
Okay, 15.
He looks at you. He's like, "Yeah, that's not enough, man. Any one of these people," and he leans back and like lets in the room. Any one of these people thinks I'm cool. That's not enough. And,
well, I mean,
go ahead.
Well, I mean, I'm strong. Like, you see that guy over there? You see that little guy? Look at that short little man. I could do a way better job than him, don't you think?
Are you pointing to Elia at this point?
No, I'm pointing to one of the shortest person I can find in his entourage.
Okay, and he says, "Okay, cool. I tell you what, Luke, if you can manage to pick him up, you can be in my entourage."
All right, easy.
Go ahead and roll me a grapple check, which is a strength check. This is contested by this guy who you don't know who he is or what he can do.
Okay.
Roll your check.
All right. 17.
You come in, and how are you attempting to pick him up? He's a human, average size. He's got a blonde beard in two kind of ponytails and medium length blonde hair.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of pick him up like a like kind of around his arms. Just kind of pick him up as I'm picking up a baby.
As you go in to try and pick him up, the air around him wobbles, and there's 3 of them standing there now.
Man, look, why is there 3 of them now?
And Francois just chuckles. He goes, "Trickster cleric, go ahead, pick him up." And at this point, the entire entourage is laughing at you. You can still make a check. In fact, roll a d4 to see if you actually pick him up.
Okay. How do I read a d4?
So if okay, it depends on the type of d4. There's a couple of them. There's one type where the number, it'll be the one that's pointed up that is clearly the right one.
Okay. 4?
You walk over to the 3 of them, look at them, grab the one in the middle around the waist and pick him up off the ground, and the other 2 disappear. You got really lucky, brother.
All right.
Oh, that was a narrow shot. You got really, really lucky. So you pick him up, and Francois is just dumbfounded. His jaw drops, and he looks at the bearded one, and he says, "Ravi, how did you let him do that?" "Well, I guess now he has to be part of the entourage because I'm at least good on my word." He says, "Fine, meet us at the south locker room. You can be part of the entourage. Just don't get in the way."
I mean, I'm pretty big, but I'll try. I'll do my best, man. Thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misspoke. South is Reapers. The north locker room. Thank you for the correction, Stevie. All right. So Luke's in.
With that, I'm going to try and give Francois a high five.
How are you going to do that? Are you just going to raise your hand up and go for it? Or are you going to raise your hand up and wait?
I'm just going for it.
Yeah, he doesn't even move. You like whiff by the side of his head, and he looks at his hand. He's like, "Don't be that guy."
Sorry.
Be cool, man.
Yeah. I'm cool, man. I'm cool.
And the rest of the entourage grabs their food and continues to make their way through the line.
I think Moon is next, but for me, I still have to get in there.
Moon is kind of have a runner. Moon just gets to hang out wherever Moon wants to.
Yeah, I have a plan. I don't know if it'll work super well, but I feel like now that he's already leaving, it's all I have now. It's the only chance I have. So I'm just gonna try to walk past Luke really quick, and just kind of ask him, get the armorer's name for me.
You're asking Luke?
Luke. Yeah, I'm asking Luke. Like, see if you can get the armorer's name.
Am I still around this like entourage, or have I?
The entourage is mostly out at this point. Let's see. Elia, roll me a d20. Let's see how lucky you are right now.
Well, I'm asking Luke. I just need him to find it, but okay.
No, I just want to know because, I mean, his entourage is pretty well known and you're in the same guild as him. You might actually know this already.
Oh, okay. Pretty lucky. 19.
Oh, yeah. You definitely know who his armorer is. And his armorer is, in fact, one of the few members of, in fact, the only member of his entourage that is not a Medusa. That's how you know who it is. His name is Spencer Smith. He is a firearms expert from the Guild of the Sphinx.
Okay. So, what is... Describe the entrance to their barracks, I guess.
The Guild of the Sphinx is...
Well, no, not like the Sphinx, but I mean the entrance to where the whole entourage goes into for the battle arena. Like,
it's the...
Where the whole squad goes.
It's the locker rooms that you have been into.
Oh, okay. So, before he goes... Or before the... I'm going to try to follow them, and then before the armorer goes... I'm going to grab him and say, "Hey, Raketti needs you."
Oh man! Roll me a persuasion check.
Well, I have another idea, but
why am I rolling so poorly?
11.
He's like, "Oh God, of course he does." And he looks at Francois. And he says, "Francois, I'll be right back." And he turns and he's running to leave.
Oh, well, that actually is easier than I thought. Hey man, I can take over. Talking to Francois.
And who?
Raketti told me to. Don't worry about it.
He's no. You're Hannah's little friend, aren't you?
What? No, Hannah hates me. I disobeyed her on like day 1.
Yeah, but you're part of that group that she was out with.
Yeah, and she almost got us killed. Why would I like her?
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
12.
He's like, "Yeah, no. I've got too many people I don't know in there already. No, you're not coming in."
As we see, me and Stevie, we're coming up. We're going past them, and we like overhear that Elia is very much struggling, and I'm like, this dude, like, how does he not get in yet? So I like turn around and I cause a big fuss. I'm like, "Yo, Elia, like, what are you doing?" And I'm pretending like we hate each other. Like, "Isn't it your fault that Hannah's in the infirmary? Why are you showing your face around here? I told you not to show your face around here anymore."
Yeah. I just wanted to get in here because I really hate Hannah. And
of course you do. Yeah, of course you still hate Hannah. Yeah.
I wouldn't want anything happening to Francois' medal at all. His medallion.
No, ever since you started disobeying Hannah, I knew you would be a betrayer, and you would go with Fran and me.
I'm going to on this because I think if Francois sees that someone from Guild of the Lich is backing up Zamora, he might believe it more. So I'm just gonna come and be like, yeah, Alaya, after you betrayed us on Halloween, I can't believe you'd still try and come near us.
Guys, please step off. Okay.
Like at this point, I'm gonna have Alaya make a performance check or a persuasion check. No, deception. Right? Deception's not a thing, is it? Is it? I can't remember. I sometimes forget the difference between 5th and 4th edition. Yes, so you can either make a performance or a deception check. To sell this lie, you will make it with advantage because Stevie and Zamora are trying to help you.
Okay, good, because didn't get very high the first. Oh, okay. Well, crit. Nat 20.
You rolled a total of an 8, so he totally buys this performance. He's like, wait. This is legit. They hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on in, brother. Any enemy of Hannah's is a friend of mine.
I know, right? I hate her so much.
And you all move into the locker room. And I think this is a great time. We're going to go actually back to Lex and Xavier and see a little bit of what it's like as a teacher prepares for this sort of activity. So Lex and Xavier are twins. They are 8th years. So they're not graduated yet, but because of their technological prowess, they are teaching currently the technology and technomancy classes and are also in charge of being the supervisors inside the locker rooms. So explain to me how you all prepare for your morning.
Well, the alarm clock finally went off, and Xavier somehow needs the headrest of his bed. He was in pain and fell on the floor.
And where is Lex at this point?
Lex is standing at the doorway because they did not go to sleep, and they've been waiting for their brother to wake up for hours now.
Of course. So they're both up. Do they go down to breakfast?
Yes. After Xavier figured out he was already late, Lex throws a granola at him and leads him out the door.
Wonderful. And so you are Guild of the Lich. So you leave your door. You actually go through the labyrinth, up the elevator into the lobby where breakfast is currently being served. And I say, because you're running late, you come in and you witness kind of the end of the fiasco that just was our party trying to become part of Francois. And you also roll me a perception check. And I will send you your bonus through chat.
Do I roll once for both of them or twice for each?
You can roll once for each of them.
All right.
So yes, roll 2 total. And then add that same bonus to both of them.
All right. That bonus means 10 for Xavier and 20 for Lex.
So Xavier is still way too tired to notice anything that's going on, but Lex, being as observant as they always are, notices that Rad and Henata, who were gossiping a few moments ago, are both giving you the dirtiest look. Like, you two are late again. You're supposed to be setting an example. And Henata gives you a look like you need to get your food and just go to the arena because everyone's getting ready.
Lex will lead Xavier to the lunch line and then walk back over to the other teachers because they already ate and they've been prepared for hours now.
And Henata addresses you. She says, if the two of you could quite quickly grab your meal and head towards the arena, I know the first combating team is already waiting for you.
Not a problem. As long as he finishes his meal.
And I think the two of you do very quickly because you are under so much pressure and your future potential hopeful boss is staring you down. Quickly finish and head to the arena right behind our party. And you both are going toward separate sides. So we know that Reaper's on the south side. So who's going to Reaper's side? I'm sorry. I'm asking Xavier and Lex.
Lex decided that that they should be the one to watch Francois, so they will be going to Francois' side, and Xavier will be going to Reaper's side because Xavier likes Reaper more.
Wonderful. And the flip side of that is, what's the real reason why Xavier is not going to Francois' side? You can share that.
Xavier can't stand him.
Yes, we have some beef between the 8th years. There's a lot of 8th year drama. So we have Xavier on Reaper's side. He quickly comes up and is late as per usual for Xavier. And how does he address this group that's collected? Because at this point, you've got Reaper and all of her hangers on. You've got all of the other combatants waiting for you to open this door.
Hi, are you guys ready?
And anyone who's waiting to get into Reaper's locker room can answer or not.
I'll respond to him because I know him. I'll be like, yeah, we're ready.
All right, let's get it. Let's get going.
All right. And Xavier quickly unlocks the door and lets this massive collection of people in. On the flip side, Lex has made their way to the other locker room where Francois and his entourage and all the other combatants on this locker room are waiting. How does Lex address this group?
Oh, good to see you on time.
And I think Francois looks at Lex and goes, well, yeah, come on. I got to get ready.
All right. And Lex will unlock the door.
And the door is unlocked and everyone is opened up and the mass of people floods in. And we have now a full day of, most of a full morning actually, of arena combat. And there are several combatants in several categories. These are the semifinals. So there's lots of cheering and roaring and excitement. And at about 11 o'clock in the morning, when most of the other combatants have kind of passed through and the champions for this round of combat has been decided, you're left with just Francois and his entourage in the north locker room, and Reaper and her entourage in the south locker room. And we will pick up with this very exciting head-to-head battle and attempt at a heist when we come back. So very quickly, just a couple of closing announcements. Today, we are taking a brief 1-week hiatus next week as we, students and teachers on our campus, celebrate finals. Yay, that's exciting and lots of fun. But we will be back on December 22nd, where we'll see the exact events of the arena fold and unfold as we attempt to move through this. If one of you would please share with us our audience, our socials, so we can get that out.
For the second time today, it's an extra reminder. Please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Argonauts Awoken.
You will also, I promise this week, we will get the NPC submission form into the show notes. I'll also be putting them back in the show notes for all the other previous episodes too. So if you are inspired while rewatching something, you'll be able to find it there too. Join us when we come back as our recruits show us just what happens when you try to pull a heist on someone who's significantly more experienced than you. And we will see how successful they are. So tune in on the 22nd for the return of Argonauts Awoken. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.